Jacob, the man who wrestled with an angel. He was a shepherd who became a patriarch, blessed with a name that echoes throughout history. Long before Jacob saw the vision of the ladder stretching from earth to heaven, he had a tumultuous life. As the younger twin of Isaac, he had always felt overshadowed by his brother Esau. He even tricked his father into blessing him instead of Esau, causing Esau to vow revenge. Fearing for his life, Jacob fled to a distant land and worked for his uncle Laban for many years. He married 2 of Laban's daughters and had many children, but his life was still filled with strife and conflict. On a dark, moonless night, with only the sound of the wind rustling through the trees and the crunching of imaginary footsteps on the rocky ground, Jacob, a humble shepherd, found himself tired, hungry, and his feet aching after traveling for days. The unrelenting desert landscape stretching out before him, as far as the eye could see. As evening got darker, he decided to stop and rest, finding a spot to make camp for the night. As he lay down to sleep, Jacob, gazing up to the heavens, saw a vision of a ladder stretching from the earth to the sky. Angels, divine creations that symbolize divine love, ascended and descended on the ladder, their wings beating against the cool night air. At the top of the stairway stood the Lord, the God of his grandfather Abraham and his father Isaac. A voice spoke to him, promising him divine protection and blessing. This vision became known as Jacob's staircase, a symbol of the journey towards self-realization. The Lord spoke to Jacob, telling him that he would inherit the land on which he lay, that his descendants would be as numerous as the grains of sand on the seashore. All people on earth would be blessed through him and his offspring, and the Lord would always be with him, watching over him no matter where he went. When Jacob awoke from the dream, his soul was stirred with mystic gleam and his heart did thunder. He realized that he had been in the presence of the Lord, and he had not even known it. Overwhelmed with gratitude, he declared that the place where he had slept was none other than the house of God, the gateway to heaven itself. Basking in the glory of this morning light, Jacob beheld the stone which had cradled his weary head and perceived in it an emblem of his own journey from lowly beginnings to the exalted heights of his destiny. He beheld the stone with the eye of a man who had come to master fate and would ultimately master time, for his name would be forever etched in the annals of history. Jacob set the stone upright as a pillar, aligning it precisely with the celestial axis and binding it firmly, thus making it an immovable foundation upon which all things are built. For as the architect of the universe, the great architect of the cosmos, established the firmament and the earth, so too must we the builders of this structure we call soul be mindful of the unchanging order, balance, and harmony that underlie all creation. And so did Jacob, by this symbolic act of erecting the pillar, teach us the lesson that true greatness is not achieved by seeking to reach the heavens in a single bound, but by laying one stone upon another with care and precision, following the blueprint of the architect, until the edifice of our lives stands tall and true. And the stone he had set up would be the Lord's house, and Jacob would give 1/10 of all he possessed to the Lord. The journey of Jacob is a metaphorical representation of the journey of man. It emphasizes the importance of spiritual growth and self-discovery. In Christian tradition, the staircase represents the different stages of spiritual evolution, with each step symbolizing a higher level of consciousness. With each step, Jacob not only ascended the ladder but also gained a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. This is a crucial lesson in Christianity, where spiritual growth is not merely about ascending the ladder but also about acquiring self-knowledge and understanding the interconnectedness of all things. The first step on the staircase is the foundation of self-awareness. To climb the ladder, one must first become aware of their strengths and weaknesses, their virtues and vices. This requires an honest examination of oneself, a willingness to acknowledge one's flaws, and a commitment to self-improvement. The second step is the pursuit of knowledge. Just as Jacob saw angels ascending and descending on the ladder, so too must all good men seek knowledge from both earthly and heavenly sources. It requires the contemplation of the spiritual teachings and the wisdom of the ages. The third step is the development of virtue. As we climb the ladder, we must cultivate the virtues of honesty, integrity, compassion, and courage. These virtues are essential for personal growth and for the betterment of society as a whole. The fourth step is the attainment of wisdom. This requires a deep understanding of oneself and the world around us. It involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all things, the impermanence of life, and the ultimate unity of all existence. This vision of Jacob's ladder has become a powerful symbol of the human quest for spiritual enlightenment. It represents the journey of the soul towards a higher consciousness and the interconnectedness of all things. As we climb the ladder, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the divine nature of the world around us. As we climb Jacob's staircase to our ultimate destiny, we will encounter challenges and obstacles along the way. These challenges may take the form of self-doubt, temptation, or adversity. But through perseverance and faith, we can overcome these obstacles and ascend to higher levels of understanding and awareness. The rewards of climbing Jacob's staircase are many. It leads to a greater sense of purpose, a deeper understanding of oneself and others, and a heightened awareness of the divine. It also leads to a greater sense of responsibility towards oneself and society, and a commitment to making the world a better place. May the divine radiance of the Almighty shine forth in eternal splendor, illuminating all that is, was, and ever will be.